So Mr. Mediker just sent a super chat. He said, I was going there to mock Andy Worski. So how did that work out for you,
It worked out.
LMFAO?
It ended up being the best thing that happened to me in my entire career, actually, because it freed me from that. I was about to use it. I don't think I can use that word on YouTube. I won't say. I refuse to use F slur. I just no. Although I guess I did just say it.
Oh, it's fine. I mean,
It
I'm not
kind of
used
got me out of his. Where it's like you're almost some people feel like you have to pay deference to this guy or you owe this guy something and he can just say whatever he wants about anybody and he never has to fucking answer to anybody. He never has to take any criticism. He never has to take any of the personal shit that he deals out to anybody else. He never has to play on the level. And I think I showed everybody that, oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. And oh, no, he's not going to end
yeah.
the Ralph's career. The only thing Jim did this year was make me a lot more money. A lot more money. He made my show more exciting by stabbing me in the back, giving me a storyline all year. So I thank him for that. I thank him for using his last year here on Earth to breathe new life into my online career and to actually jumpstart that shit. Because I said it at the start, and I don't know if he ever figured it out, but making me his number one villain was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. And I love that that happened. Now,
Mm.
it is what it is, right? I mean, yeah, he used to come on the show and all that stuff, but I think that that was a great thing for me. It was a great thing for the
Mm.
show and just the character arc, so to speak, that all that happened, and I couldn't be happier that it did actually.
What is this whole thing about Moloch or Moloch?
That's some stuff, with the with the Odyssey CEO, who I'm not even gonna go in on. I had a little detente there. I won't go into that
Yeah.
either, but I don't want to bring all that stuff up. And but it's public record. That'll be enough to say there. You can go watch the show. I'm trying to be diplomatic. Uh,
Yeah.
People say I can't be, but yeah, I can every once in a while. But yeah, that was a little feud that I had there with Odyssey.
Mm. Oh, okay, yeah, I was so confused because somebody came into my chat the other day and they said, "Oh, Stardust, stop sacrificing children to Moloch in the backyard." And I'm like, "What is that?" Like, and then so I was like, "What?" But anyways, yeah, so somebody sent a super chat saying, "Demonologist Sticks and Hammer 666 thinks it's drug related and nothing to do with the occult. Can you shed some light on this mystery?" And I know you already have talked about that. Um, Circus uh says, "What is the age of consent in Portugal?" Uh,
I don't know. That was where Worski was going to move for the longest, and he used to talk about in DMs, according to his ex associates, used to joke about stuff like that. So I don't know. You probably want to ask Andy Worski, who aborted his child, what the age of consent is there in Portugal. I didn't partake in any of those type of activities in Portugal, so I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. Ask Worski about it because I've
mm,
heard him laugh about it. I do think it's younger than the United States. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it's younger.
mm, okay. Um, all right. Well, I think that's all of the super chats. Did you hear about Keemstar today admitting that the thing with Salvo and Flam was like made up or something?
So I don't know. I didn't actually, because I literally just got on my computer. I did put out a few tweets about Andrew Tate and a few other things,
Mm,
but I don't know. I was trying to catch up with the. I don't even know if the Salvo stuff is real. Like I was seeing some of those leaks. He's supposed to be
mm-hmm.
coming to Ralphomania. He just confirmed like the day before all this happened. Uh,
Oh,
so I don't know. Are those leaks? Is that even confirmed real? Like it reads almost like a. I know I just got through saying nobody believes anything, but like it is like it
it seems like it's real. Like that's what it seems like to me. We watched something on it last night. But I know that Keemstar was covering it today. So I have to check up on that. But I know that they got Keemstar to admit that Salvo's accusations of flamenco were not true. So
I don't
Yeah.
know, but I also
Yeah.
consider flamenco the absolute scum of the earth and wouldn't care at all. As far as I'm concerned, fuck him, fuck his career, and run him into the dirt. That would be my
Mm.
opinion of flamenco, especially knowing what I know. And well, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Stardust
Yeah.
2023, 2023. Well, it's the year of the gut. That's all I got to say. And I've got some plans in store already for early 2023 that are going to involve our good little friend Flamenco. So just stay
Oh,
tuned. Just stay tuned is all I'll say on that. On
sorry,
that
I
front.
missed one.
Stay tuned
Uh,
to Flamenco.
yeah, I missed out a couple of super chats here. Mr. Medicare sent one saying, "I'm nothing without Jim. I can't believe you admitted it. LOL." Did you want to
I
say
saw
anything to?
that. I saw that. Well, look, I've always been good at making money off you, Medicare. I don't. I mean, I'm next to you. I'm the next best at it. I think that's been proven. So I don't. I don't. That doesn't do anything but put a feather in my cap, son. So I thank you for that.
Okay. And then the next super chat after that is, if children are off limits, then why did he just refer to Andy Worski as a Bortsky?
Well, his kid's dead.
Okay. There you have it, chat.
Also, he killed a child, dude. Are you serious? Is that really your logic? Okay. Well, you know what? Why don't you go kill yourself? Honestly, I mean, that's really your logic. Oh my God, he's bringing children into it. He killed his child, dude. Are you fucking serious? He killed his child. And
Eh,
so your complaint is that I bring that up. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got it. Got it, Captain Morals. Yeah, appreciate you
mm,
checking in. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous. And it's a nasty sector, I guess. By the way, I
yeah,
love that everybody adopted that after I started saying it, and now people just say it
yeah,
unironically. So, thank you for proving my influence once again. But go ahead, Stardust. Sorry, I don't
yeah.
want.
Sorry, no problem. What is the goal in Merida? Are you going to live there casually, learn the language, integrate, buy real estate? I heard Merida is gorgeous.
Merida is gorgeous. It is one of the top 5 safest cities in the North American continent.
Mm,
The weather is lovely. Like I said, Progreso beachfront, not too far away. Cancun, not too far away. But the Yucatan Peninsula itself, Chichen Itza, I think is how you say that. I don't know. I have to double check. That's not my forte of historical studies. But there's some Mayan ruins around here too, as well. Just a lot of cool stuff. It's by far the safest city in Mexico, the safest state in Mexico. So yeah, I plan to live here for a good number of years, actually. Yeah. I don't see a reason not to. I see
mm,
zero reason not to when you can live here for half price and I can do every single thing I want to do. I can get pretty much every comfort of America. And in most ways, it's better here. I'm just being honest. Delivery's cheaper. Every aspect of life is cheaper.
mm,
I can get a cup of coffee delivered to Starbucks coffee delivered to my door for like $7. And that would be like, I don't even know, like $18 or something like that in the US. So, and that's a latte, that's like a big drink, right? That's not
mm,
just a small cup of coffee. And it's just little stuff. It's just little stuff like that all around. It's more of a community feel actually in Mexico. It's actually more of to be quite honest, a family oriented society. I don't think people really realize, um, how different it is down here. Not in a negative way either. It really is more centered around the family. They do have a lot of like kids areas and stuff when you go out to restaurants and people more accustomed to having their kids with them, and it's just more of a family atmosphere. It's like 1,000 million times safer than Richmond, Virginia. It's 1,000 million times safer than Memphis, Tennessee, and most likely there's about a 95% chance that whoever can hear my voice, it's at least 1,000 times safer than where you live. And definitely if you live in a big city, it's pretty likely. So and again, there are some cities that are as safe, like Toronto is right up there with it as well in the rankings, but it's like triple, quadruple the price, right? So Merida's on the way up. I don't think in 10, 15 years you're gonna actually be able to find too many deals around here. So I would say that if you're planning to move here and stay, or like start a little something here and maybe go back later, now would be a good time to get in, because some people have already gotten in. I was talking to a local recently, and they were talking about how a lot of the Canadians even had to leave because of COVID. So that, that might be a good time for Americans to swoop in and take their spot in some of these places. So the Canadian expat community is a little depleted because of all their COVID regulations. But yeah, I love Merida. There's no reason to leave here whatsoever. Yeah, advertisement for Mexico. Yeah, 100%. It's nice here. I don't give a fuck. Like, these people are so provincial and just like backwater in their thanking. Quite frankly, it's because I was gonna say frankly after that, and I'd already moved ahead. But I don't what like who even these are people who don't even leave their city, much less think about leaving their country. And that can't be me. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Chat, we're gonna be closing it up soon, so any last ones, you've got like 5 minutes to get them in, because we're cutting it off, all right? Okay. Somebody says they want you to show your tits before you go. I'm not gonna force you to do that. Just like you would never force me to do that.
Your tits, I'll show mine. How about that?
But Ralph, you went after Ricada's children too. I think you already addressed that. Why did
I qualified that because I think we made a couple jokes about the parentage there, perhaps, or whatever. But I didn't like single out his kids or whatever. I qualified for that earlier because I already expected some citations like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Why did Ralph get mad at Chrissy May for asking these uncomfortable questions, but not Stardust?
Well, first off, that's a fair question, actually. I think that is a fair question. I just didn't like the way she asked him, really. I mean, would be the simplest way to put it. I didn't really like the vibe of that show. Of course, I haven't really went back and watched the whole appearance. I was definitely on one that night, not in terms of like inebriation, but in terms of fired up, ready to go, to use thing Obama used to say. It was one of those. Like, yeah, I was fired up, ready to go, kind of already. And yeah, definitely just didn't feel it. And was kind of spoiling for a fight a little bit already. And that's another thing where I don't think that hurt me any. Nobody in my audience gives a fuck about Chrissy Mayer. Let's just be real. And so that's not why I did it. But it's just one of those things where I don't feel like I was being treated with respect. And so I didn't give any respect back. And me and she'd been on the show a few times too. But I've actually talked to Stardust. Stardust is really good at what she does just in this sector, as I said earlier.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
She has a lot of different people on. She goes on debates, and she can take it. And most people can't. And even when I was talking shit the other night, because I didn't know if you're gonna have me on, I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'll just talk shit, whatever. And I tried to keep it, somewhat silly, but it was a little bit of wow, that was like, oh, Stardust, like, man, fuck. I hope that's not the case, because I actually have been this too, have been a fan of yours and a fan of your career. So I do appreciate you having me on. I do think that that Stardust takes it seriously as far as being fair to her interviewees and stuff like that. I don't feel like you're trying to set me up or something like that. Whereas it just had a different feel that night. And people can say I'm wrong. That's fine. That's just how it felt to me.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I know people get really upset with me for coming off as overly friendly sometimes with people I interview, but I think that's just kind of the best way to get people comfortable. And, you want people to be open and honest and all of those things, and have like a genuine connection with people when you're talking with them.
What she knows what she's doing when it comes to interviewing. She's thought out how she wants it to go, and you're also open to going different ways with it. You don't ever really cut me off or anything like that. You've seen the kill stream. I'm kind of allergic usually to doing that, and there's a reason for that, because you don't know what somebody's going to say if you just keep letting them talk. There's no telling what they'll say, but if you stop them from talking, they're definitely not going to say anything else. So that's kind of my operating philosophy, and I always like that you pretty much share it seemingly. So
So okay, just a few more of these. I'm not reading any more super chats after the ones that I read. So after this point to right now, no super chats submitted after this moment right now are being
How
read.
many
Okay.
super chats? Did you get more super chats tonight or with Alex Stein?
Oh, tonight for sure. Yeah.
What's
Thank
up?
you. uh, so
Mary Lake
uh
Christmas. But yeah, I just
yeah.
wanted that up for the record. All right, thank you.
Okay. So was it hard getting a Mexico visa when you're a convicted sex offender? Is that even true?
No, it's not. But they
Okay.
like to use that line.
Okay.
And I'm not going into any stuff like that, obviously. But
Okay. All right. What happened to your Wikipedia page?
the little midget who created it got it deleted
Damn.
for I don't know. I think he was just tired of getting like kiwi farmed all the time and like bugged about it all the time. I think he thought he was doing me a favor, but then I said, "Fuck that guy," because I don't like him really anyway. But
Yeah.
it wasn't really because of that. I've gotten along with him before. It was really because he was kind of talking shit when he got it deleted, like. And then I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm just way more relevant than you are. You know, sorry about
Mm,
that. And like, we kind of got in the back and forth.
mhm,
I mean, it goes without saying that I should have one, but it doesn't even matter.
mm.
I'm plenty well known enough. I don't need any more of that. I'm sure they'll go back to it someday. But you know, I got mentions. I mentioned the front page of the Wall Street Journal, Politico, New York Times. I mean, it is kind of ridiculous. It kind of is a travesty that they took it away. I do have to admit.
Hmm. Hey Ralph, any word on why you made your mom hitchhike that day out to dialysis treatment? Like,
I never did that. So
did you see the Regenge tape he uploaded? 2.5 inches, very sad. I did not see it. I do not go out seeking people's tapes. All right.
how much would
Um,
they pay me to measure it on air? Let's get the counter offer. You know,
ooh,
I've heard a lot of fake news. Maybe we should just finally get it settled once and for all. Maybe they can
uh,
send their sister over to help with the fluffing too. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm open to any suggestions for sure.
um, okay. All right. Ralph, did you move to southern Mexico to be king of the manlets?
Yes, that was the long term plan.
Okay.
Hopefully to have a manlet kingdom.
Awesome. Why did Ralph show Rambot's kids on stream? We already addressed that as well earlier in this stream. So,
Oh,
and I
that's
think
Ryan
that's it.
Ryan
So.
bot, by the way.